So another founder in car, and today we will talk about Japanese Hothatches. And why am I just picked up a cage that I need for my
Sla na 100 meter af naar rechts.
animals, so you will feel or hear something rattling in the back seat. So why do I like these Hothatches from Japan? So we will talk a little bit about the Hothatch, why it's such a nice type of car, but also about Japan as a supplier of these types of cars. So first off, let's start with Japan. In Japan they have had a lot of limitations, and therefore they were not able to create an army anymore after World War II, and they focused purely at technology. So you will get very technologically advanced solutions from Japan, and they're also a very honorable people. So also stupid pigeons keep walking and I have to brake, but they will, even when there's the job will end, oftentimes Japanese people will just perform suicide because they are that entwined with the work, the profession that they are doing. Also in World War II they had kamikaze, which is suicide type of planes, so planes that acted as a guided rocket, but where the guidance came from humans. Humans flew these planes, but they were not able to make it back. They were just there to do damage for their country and to eliminate those against it by even sacrificing their own lives. So they are very driven, honorable, and strong type of people that are willing to sacrifice for that sound that you heard was the cage again. Willing to sacrifice for the greater good, so to say. Also, if you look at technology, also with Toyota, they want to make it better every time. So in the beginning of Japanese automobiles, they were not that sophisticated, and they were not that technology source or technologically advanced as compared to, for example, some American cars. But they looked at it, and where they could improve, they did improve. And over the years, all those improvements add up. And nowadays, Japanese automobiles, motorcycles like Honda, Toyota, but also Suzuki, are so good in reliability, so over-engineered. That's also why, for example, with the Fast and Furious craze, but also on the drag strips, for example, Skyline on the Supra could be tuned so much more without destroying the vehicle. So normally it would have, for example, Supra 300-ish horsepower, 330, and they were able to tune them without major changes to over 900 horsepower. I knew a guy, his name is Vias, and he had a Skyline R34 GTR, and he tuned that over, I think, 1600 horsepower. 1600 horsepower, that's insane. It's almost five times the original horsepower. So they have a lot of tolerance, and that as an owner is very nice to have. And why is that? Because if you have a reliable, good type of car, you can enjoy that without having all the troubles with a lot of quality issues that other brands in other countries do have. Now, there are also countries that are making excellent design, for example, but they are not reliable that much, or they will be very costly to run. And Japanese vehicles can be very costly because the parts need to be sourced oftentimes from Japan, and it takes a while. But if they don't break that much, still the total ownership will be a lot cheaper, because a lot of the costs of repairs are also in manual labor, and that will be decreased to a high degree, of course. So that's the Japan part. Then to the Hothatch, you have all types of cars, but the most practical, in my opinion, are cars with a hatchback. So this could be an estate, station wagon, but also the smaller varieties, namely the hatchbacks. Why is that? Because you can open the hatch, you can flip the back seats, as I did now for these big cages, towards the front, and by putting them down you will create an enormous amount of room that you can take also bigger items with you, which you cannot with the sedan body style, because that trunk is separated. It cannot have the height of the roof that you see here, which you can have in a hatchback. So that's the hatchback. And why the hot hatchback? It has all the benefits of the hatchback, but it also has sporting characteristics. So you have a very practical type of sports car, and with sports cars you have very heavy sports cars, but the perfect Hothatch, so to say, for me is a very light one. That brings me back to this little guy here, which is a Suzuki Swift Sport, hybrid even, and still weighs under 1000 kilograms. So with a stage 1 tune you will have like 170 horsepower, 300 newton meters at your disposal. Normally it will weigh 995 kilograms. With an AKS exhaust system you will shave off another 6, so you will be at 989 kilograms with that horsepower, that torque, which is excellent of course for a turbo engine. And you still also have the hybrid feature, so you have good good fuel consumption and still have an extremely nice hood to drive and to enjoy every day.
Ga verder op rechtsaf en volg de A2.
You can shift it to all the gears and really enjoy it. But you can also see it up to 5 people, you can carry big loads. It's not overly expensive, because this is different as compared to, for example, the real sports cars, which are a lot more expensive, but also different compared to the serious practical sports cars. So as for example an RS4 from Audi is an excellent car, RS6 the same, but they are quite costly at the moment. And this Suzuki Swift Sport I bought new at the time for 25,000 euros. 25,000 euros, and that gives you this type of performance, this type of enjoyment and practicality, which is at this moment in time so excellent, and compared to other type of cars, in my opinion, a steal for the performance envelope that you will get. And also you get this car full options. You have heated seats, traction control, ABS, air conditioning. You also have lane keep assist. If you want to, you can limit your top speed. If that's easier for long trajectories, or you can have it at cruise control, which is in this case adaptive even. So you get a lot of technology in navigation. You get bucket seats, you get very good brakes, very good suspension, stock, and with a few mods you can change the exhaust system, which makes it lighter and stronger and better sounding. You can change the height of the car a little bit by lowering a little bit, then you get a more direct response even, and the car looks nice, so you get faster cornering speeds, and you can do a stage 1 and you will be quite good to go for normal usage. With the stage 1 tune you get about 170 horsepower, 300 newton meters of torque, very frugal still. And also at Rent for Ring, which is at the Nürburgring, so they rent out the cars, which you can use for track days, and they prepare them for track days. And the Nürburgring is also called the Green Hell. It's a grueling type of circuit. It takes quite a lot of the cars, 20 kilometers in length. And they say that they only have to replace tires, brakes, and the usual wear and tear, even on their race-prepped Suzuki Swift Sports. So that gives you an exemption of the quality that you're getting here. Now, not only you buy a very practical, but also very reliable, frugal, and capable type of car, which is, in my opinion, extremely well. And even now, the prices have risen again a little bit. I think still this is the steal to get, and especially the Hothatch landscape is almost completely being destroyed, decreased, limited, etc. But nowadays you can still buy the Suzuki Swift Sport, and they will try to bring another Suzuki Swift Sport for the next generation again. So love Suzuki for it that they still offer a very lightweight solution, very stiff, very capable, very full option. You get a lot of technology, reliability, frugality, practicality for a decent price. And also 5 years or 6 years warranty, which is a steal in this day and age. So the Suzuki Swift Sport is a real gem in my opinion. Rides very nice, very much a pleasure seeking type of car, and for many an enthusiast that say that they are enthusiasts, they don't know this type of car. But I would recommend driving it. Also the enthusiasts that once drove this type of car and bought one normally are very hard to peel away from their car, and they normally only replace it with something similar. So that's it in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed this story about Japan, their mentality, but also the Hothatch genre, and why I chose Pikachu. No, I chose the Suzuki Swift Sport as my Hothatch of choice from the land of Japan. Have a great day. Found my car out.